our Passover sticker on the gray
Oh,
thing.
you turn it. Yeah, push it over.
We're live!
And we're live! Woohoo!
Hello to the people who are going to join us or are joining us after the fact of being
Filming
live.
this.
I'm sorry. I feel like we both showed up in comfy clothes, and so we're both just like,
We did.
it's a Sunday. I took a nap today. Like, I'm feeling chill.
We're in quarantine live.
I'm feeling chill today. Hello. So today it is time to discuss our April read, which was The House of Pooh Corner by A.A. Milne. This is one of my faves. Well, the whole series is one of my faves, but as you can tell, because Pooh's chilling. He's just chilling down here. I thought it'd be fun if he joined us today. So, hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. I'm glad you're here. We're going to discuss the 100 Acre Wood Gang and all of our friends from there, and also just what we liked about the book and all that kind of stuff, and whatever else you guys just want to talk about. If you guys just want to chat, we can just chat.
Hello.
Glad to see you. I guess we can go ahead and get started talking about the House of Pooh Corner. So, there are like books, I don't know, you guys tell me if you're readers and you do this as well, but there are books that I call like the books of my heart that like just mean a lot to me and like make me cry or whatever. Just like read them and I feel all cozy. Winnie the Pooh's one of those books. House of Pooh Corner also one of those books.
It's a
Hey
feel-good
Lauren,
book.
it's just a feel-good book. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this while we were all kind of in this weird time. This was kind of like a nice cozy little, you know, spend some time in the 100 Acre Wood and play Pooh Sticks for a while, you know, kind of a comfort read. It was nice. Hello.
Welcome.
I hope you're all well. Yeah, so it was nice for me. I liked revisiting it and spending some time with Pooh and the gang. Let's see. I think I do still prefer the first book. Y'all, if you read the first one with us last year, or you've just read them both, which one do you think you prefer? I think I prefer the first one, but
Really?
Tigger is in this one. So
interesting.
Like, I love them both.
Just
so
about
much.
a year since we read the first one for the book club. Hello,
right about
Alicia.
a year. And I love them both so much. But I don't know. I feel like the first one I don't know. Maybe it's just more familiar to me, so it's a little more. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to describe.
Well, I think it depends on like what you grew up with,
Patty,
as far
no
as
worries.
like the stories.
Yes.
Because a lot of us like grew up with Tigger, so it's weird to read without him. Like it feels like something's missing.
That's true. That's kind of the fun thing of this one, because Tigger makes his appearance for the first time in the House of Pooh Corner in like chapter 2, and then he's kind of in chapter 2. Tigger comes to the forest and has breakfast. And he is so prevalent in the rest of this book. Like a lot of the chapters in here are kind of almost the misadventures of Tigger, you could call them, you know, because there's the chapter with the tree when he's climbs the tree too high and can't get down. There's like,
we've all been there,
you know, it just happens sometimes. There's Tigger gets unbounced, that chapter where Rabbit comes up with a plan to unbounce Tigger because he's too bouncy, and then it completely backfires because, you know, it has to. And there's so many just like iconic scenes in this book. I just love it. I do love it. I love it a lot. So let me ask you guys, even if you didn't read the book, you guys can still answer. I know there's only a few of us on, but I still want to chat with you. Who is your favorite member of the 100 Acre Wood gang? Who's your favorite character? Tigger is known to disrupt normal life very much. So, yes.
I think they brought him in there for a little action and adventure.
A little adventure, just to shake things up a little bit. Things are getting too easy for the gang in the 100 Acre Wood. So they had to make it a little chaotic. I think My favorite, Eeyore, that's a great one. I love Eeyore.
I love Eeyore.
He's so sassy in this book. Like, he's so sarcastic. Like, there's the scene, one of my favorite chapters in here is called Eeyore Joins the Game, which is where they talk about Pooh Sticks, which is like the game where they drop the stick and it goes under the fridge and they race them. And like, look how cute this illustration is. Can you even handle it? So cute. But Eeyore is, floating in the river. And Pooh's like, well, how'd you get down there? And Eeyore's like, I don't know. I just felt like going for a swim. And Eeyore cracks me up because I love him.
Close between Eeyore and Tigger.
So true. It is too hard to choose one. I agree.
Gopher.
I love Gopher.
Awesome.
So Gopher's not in the books, but he is in the original movies, and then he kind of gets forgotten, I feel like.
We were actually just talking about that the other day. We're like, what happens to Gopher in like the new movies? Because they how did that come up? I think it was like a trivia question or something.
Yeah, I can't
remember. It was
like
who lives in a burrow, or no, who lives in a hole in the ground, or something like that.
Which 100 Acre Wood character?
The answer to the question was rabbit, but we were like, Gopher.
But Gopher is kind of a unique character, and from what I remember, it's been a year now since I read the first one, but I don't think he's in any of the book stories, but Disney kind of added him as like the comedic relief, and I love him in that scene with Rabbit's house. I think that is so great. Hello, Hannah.
Rabbit and Eeyore. A lot of favorites.
I think I have to say, I mean, my childhood favorite, my favorite forever has been Piglet, and I love Piglet, and he's so cute in this one. And then Pooh, obviously, because
I think my favorite is Kanga.
I was gonna say, then Piglet, then Kanga. It's true. You just can't choose one. They go together, They're family.
I love that she's like the mom of the entire gang. Like, not just Rue, she's everybody's mom.
Yep.
And she's just awesome.
Yes. And I love that in this book, when Tigger first comes to the forest, that's kind of where they put him. He just moves in with Kanga and Rue, because that just makes sense.
It makes sense.
She moms him and she feeds him and she takes care of him and all of that stuff. And she's like, not too brash, Tigger dear, like she takes care of him, and I love it. Kanga and Rue are so cute too. Owl kind of drives me crazy. But also, what I love about...
I feel like Owl is somewhat relatable.
Yes, I was just about to say, what I love about this book is I feel like at different times, I relate to different members of the gang. Like, I relate to different characters. Because, like, a lot of the time, I'm like, Pooh. Pooh is a big mood in this book, okay? Let me tell you. There's so many scenes where he's like, I started this sentence and I knew where I was going and I've lost it. By the time he gets to the end, he's like, I don't know where I was going. I'm like, relatable. He's always thinking about food. He's always thinking about like his friends. I relate so hard to Pooh. I love him so much. But yeah, it's like at different times I can totally relate to the different characters, which I think is so nice. He does have such a big family. And let me tell you, one of the things that cracked me up, so the other thing that happens in this book, if you've seen Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, the Disney short, that in that part, Owl's house falls down, and that's in the ride as well. You get to like go through the shaky house. And there's a line, let me see if I can find it, that just cracked me up because I just love the way these books are written.
Yes, Pooh is such a lovable character.
He is.
We love Pooh.
Okay, I can't find it. But it's where he has like okay. So Owl's just been telling Pooh and Piglet about his Uncle Robert, whose portrait is hanging on the wall. And there's a line that goes, this is after the house has fallen down. It goes, Uncle Robert, who was going to be the new hearthrug and was bringing the rest of his wall to meet with him as a carpet, met Piglet's chair just as Piglet was expecting to leave it, and for a little while it became very difficult to remember what was really north. I just thought that was so funny, the way that he's like, Uncle Robert was going to become the new hearthrug because the whole wall was coming down. I just thought the way that was written was so clever and funny. Yes, Blustery Day. I love
one of your childhood favorites.
The song is so fun too. You know? Every time it's like a windy day, we're immediately like, Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Which in this they just say Happy Thursday, and I'm like, where's my Happy Wednesday? It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's not Thursday. Thursday's boring. It's Wednesday. Yes. Pooh is such a lovable character. He really is. And he means so well. And he just, he's trying his best.
Yeah, he tries really hard.
He's trying his best. And it usually succeeds, but it has to, like, kind of fail before it can succeed. Which, relatable. Again, you know what I mean? Like, he's such a big mood, this
Such a
Pooh Bear.
mood. Especially at this current time.
Yes. Yes, Eeyore is always sad,
Yeah.
but he is always included. His friends definitely try to bring him out of that. But I love there's a line in here when Rabbit is like, Eeyore, if you want to be with your friends, sometimes you have to leave your corner of the forest too. Like, you can't always expect them to come to you. And I thought that was so nice. Like, because every other time, like, Eeyore, they come to him, but Rabbit's like, you could go to them sometimes. And Eeyore's like,
give and take.
I never thought of that. Like, Eeyore's not the nicest person in this book. He's kind of sarcastic and, like, thinks he's so much better than Pooh and Piglet when he also doesn't have, like, a brain. That's the thing, is, like, Rabbit and Owl are both, like, they have brains because they're actual animals. They're not like the stuffed animals. But Eeyore's like, well, Pooh and Piglet don't have a brain. I'm like, bro, you don't either?
Long and Splinter.
I mean, I love him. I love him to death, don't get me wrong. But he is kind of he's more sarcastic in this one, where in the other one he's just kind of, like, melancholy, Like, in this one he's kind of sassy. He's a little sassy. Tigger, I love Tigger. Tigger is wild. He used to annoy me, actually, because he's just like a lot. But now he cracks me up. Like, the way that he sees the world is so innocent and, like, childlike and so energetic. And excited, and it's so cute.
And
hey,
he
Nicole,
likes to
happy Sunday.
He likes to, like, bring that into everybody else too. Like, he wants to include everyone in his world, in his adventures and stuff, which I think it's sweet because it's not. I mean, he's not going off on his own all the time. True. He's like, you guys should come too. And bringing them on their adventures. Cute.
I want to show you guys one illustration. So this is the Barnes & Noble edition of the Complete Tales of Winnie the Pooh. I love. Look, it's got sprayed edges, and, like, the back is so pretty. I love it. So I read like half of it in this edition just because the illustrations are in color, which is so cute. But there's one scene that I love Piglet so much. Okay, you guys, I adore Pooh, don't get me wrong, but Piglet is my favorite because he's also so relatable. And there's a scene where it almost made me cry because it's just so darn cute. Let me see. Wait, I think it's one more page. There it is. Okay, look at him. He's out picking violets. You see him right there? And he decides that Eeyore has never had violets picked for him. So maybe he should give them to Eeyore. Is that not just, like, the cutest thing? It's like everyone should have flowers picked for them at some point. And I was just like, Piglet, you're so pure. And obviously, like, the whole thing with, Owl's house and Eeyore's like, I found a house, and they walk around and it's Piglet's house. And Piglet's like, awkward. Yeah, that's a great house. And he just gives it up because he's like, Christopher Robin's like, where would you go if your house was blown down? And Pooh is immediately like, he'd move in with me. And they just do that. And I'm like, they're so precious. I love it.
Also, it does make me wonder, like, clearly Eeyore had never been to Piglet's house because he would have.
That's kind of the thing. Like, he'd never left his corner of the forest to, like, go out and see his friends.
But
like, they all go
with, like,
between each other.
How adventurous the whole gang is and how much they, like, go to. I mean, almost everybody had been to everybody else's houses. Yeah. And they all knew that was Piglet's house.
You would think, but no. But yes, Piglet is so precious. There are only 2 Winnie the Pooh books officially by A.A. Milne. There's one that I read that's called, like, Return to 100 Acre Wood. That was written, like, 50 years later or something. That was actually really good. I really liked it. Some people I read reviews didn't, but I did. So, to each their own. Yes, the Barnes & Noble edition. Yes, it's so beautiful.
Highly recommend.
Like, I got it on sale, so it was only like $10, and I was like, this is the best $10 I've ever spent in my life. Like, it's worth it. Like, look at the map. I mean, come on. Like, it's so cool and precious, and it reminds me, like, obviously this is not the edition that's in the movies, like when it opens, you know. But it just like makes me think of that. I think because like it reminds me more of like the Cinderella or Snow White books. They're like so fancy and like, you know, scrolly, and that's kind of reminds. I don't know. Yeah. I just love it. Did you guys have a favorite chapter in this book, or if like? Let me read through them and remind you all what's in this book if you don't know, because a lot of these are the stories that got adapted into the different Winnie the Pooh movies, which I love because, okay, we were talking about Hope had the song from Piglet's Big Movie like stuck in her head for like 3 weeks.
With a few good friends and a stick or two, a house is built at a corner called Pooh.
Like that's when they adapted the whole story of the House of Pooh Corner.
You're welcome.
If you haven't seen Piglet's Big Movie, by the way, highly recommend. But yes, we did. We totally grew up on all of the Pooh things.
Pretty much everything.
Like the movies, we watched the Book of Pooh and like my friends Tigger and Pooh. Like we were a little old for that one, but we still watched it. But like as stuff was coming out, like Piglet's Big Movie, we probably watched like 20 times.
Oh yeah.
And one of my favorite movies ever is the 2011 Disney movie Winnie the Pooh. It's on Disney Plus. We just rewatched it. It's so good if you haven't seen it. But obviously, like a lot of the stories from this one also got adapted both in the classic movies and also like the newer ones, because like obviously the house is built at Pooh Corner, where they build Eeyore a house, and
Carly.
Stuff.
Yes,
the soundtrack for that one is so good. You know, Tigger arriving in the forest, and that's in Winnie the Pooh. Is it called In Tigger too? Is that what that one's called?
No, actually.
It's like the shorter, like the one of the mini movies, because there's like 4 of them, and then they just got put together into like the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I'm pretty sure it's called Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. But that one is when Tigger comes into the forest, and I loved that. There's the one where it is shown that Tiggers don't climb trees. I love that one so much. I think that is one of my faves. Like, it's just so Tigger, you know? Like, he's like, oh, yeah, we've totally climbed trees. And then he gets up there and he's like, we don't climb trees. I changed my mind. And Rue's just chilling. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, we'll just hang out up here.
No, that's not what that one's called.
Is it not?
This one's from 1974.
Yeah, 1974. That's when the originals were made. It was like a short movie. Anyway.
Yeah, but is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's, I think. Dude, I don't know. It's been a while. We need to rewatch the originals. We watched
the 2011 one.
Yes.
Not too long ago.
And we watched the first short film with Rabbit's House. We watched that one not too long ago. But we just didn't get around to the other ones. Right. But we need to do that now, especially now that I've reread the book. I'm like in the mood to watch all of the Winnie the Pooh. Which one is your favorite, Anna? The one with Tigger in the tree, because I think that one's hilarious. And I just love Piglet and Pooh in that scene too, because they're like, what's that up in the tree? And Pooh's like, it must be a jaguar, and that's where, you know, the jaguars come from.
And then they just go with it.
And then I love that scene because basically Tigger starts yelling like, hello, hello, and like, hey guys. And Pooh is like, you know, that's how they get you, is they say hello and make you think you're comfortable, and then they just drop and get you. And Piglet's like, okay, we're not gonna go around there, but they're so cute. Tigger is unbounced, you know, the whole blustery day situation, you know. There's all these iconic scenes, I think, that came from the House of Pooh Corner, which I think is really cool. And I loved seeing, especially going back and when we read the first one together last year and this one now, seeing which stories, how Disney's really adapted all of the stories from these books and then added some on. But like, there's this, you know, there's so many throughout the whole of the Disney Pooh movies, you know, they've adapted pretty much everything and then added their own, like the Heffalump movie's not from the books, but we love Lumpy anyway. Yes, watch Piglet movie.
Awesome.
Watch Piglet's Big Movie.
You need to watch Piglet's Big Movie.
So good. It's
great.
So precious and wonderful. And we always are like, buzz, buzz, great new hive. Like, it's so iconic and wonderful.
The one with Tigger in the tree is her favorite.
Yes.
That's
so
a good
cute.
one.
It's so fun. Tigger's just iconic, you know. Like, the whole thing is iconic, but like particularly. I feel like Tigger is a lot of people's, like, when they think Winnie the Pooh. After they think of Pooh, they think of Tigger. Like that's kind of where people's minds go. Which I think is funny because he's not in the first book. Which he's so iconic and memorable as being a part of the story.
Yep.
Which is great. Like that's just
I think
he adds
a lot to the gang. Like he has excitement and adventure and like an outgoingness that gets everybody involved.
They kind of had to add in a new member to the Forest Gang because Christopher Robin is so much less in this book than he was in the first one. Because like he's going off to school and he's growing up, and so they kind of had to bring in like I feel like A. Milne was like, I'll just bring in a new member to bring in new adventures, even though Christopher Robin's not necessarily here most of the time. But yeah, I love it. Yes, it's true. Yeah, they do definitely veer a little bit from the original stories. But I feel like they all really capture the heart of it. Like, it keeps, the friendship and the love between these characters. Like, you really get the feeling that they consider themselves a big family, even when they kind of quarrel, and they don't really quarrel. They all just sometimes call each other stupid. It's totally fine. But that's kind of more like, it's more like a family. Like they're not real fights. They're just kind of little bickering back and forth.
They get annoyed with each other.
Right. But but they always love each other and come back to each other. And Christopher Robin is just like what binds them all together. I think it's really cute. Let's see. I think we talked about most of what I had to talk about, but if you guys had any other points that you wanted to discuss about House of Pooh Corner or just Pooh in general, or are you missing the ride? Because now I missed the ride and I really want to ride it again. This would be the perfect time to go and ride it. And I want like a big Pooh hug.
I'm pretty sure we haven't filmed in a few vlogs, so we need to go back and watch those.
Yes.
That's true. Like we're riding it again.
Yeah, I know the one we did. I think it was like 4th of July last year. We did, or around that time.
Yeah,
summertime last year.
Yeah.
You've never been on the ride, Nicole? Are you kidding me?
What?
No.
I don't believe that. It's so cute. It's such a cute ride.
Oh, I love that. That's when we've grown up.
And
riding.
I will say for younger riders, that attraction / queue is the most fun because depending on like the age of kids, the queue can be more fun than the ride because
there's like interactive
toys and stuff. There's screens, like interactive screens that you can play with.
Yeah, I love Mini Adventures Winnie the Pooh.
Yay!
Oh, yay! I'm so glad. You definitely have
need to ride it.
It's so much fun.
It's so cute. It's a feel-good ride. Like,
I love how you like capture it. It goes. You get all of the movies in one ride. It's very nice,
and it's cool because it's a ride that's on a track, but you go through so many.
Lauren's never been on it either.
What?
Y'all. Okay, if you've only been once, I'll give you a pass because it's not necessarily like one of the mainstay attractions, but it is in my heart.
And I mean, you have to go into it with the right expectation,
right?
Because it's a track ride, but you do go through like different stories, and each one gives you a different feeling. Like they have cool elements, like the whole wind and
like you can bounce with Tigger.
Yeah, and like rain, and it's just super cute. It's cute.
It's so fun.
Yes, it's an absolute must, Alicia. I agree.
Yes. Now I'm just shocked and amazed.
I know.
And feeling like I could sneeze, but it's fine. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Let's ride it together.
Yes.
There, signed it. Done. We're gonna do it. Next time y'all are here, we're gonna make it. It's gonna happen. A teapot.
I mean, a honeypot. Teapot. We're not riding the teacups, okay? That's crossing the line.
Yeah, we did that once too much and staggered off. Okay. That's fair. I'm not the hugest Primeval World fan, but she really loves it. Yeah. But like,
love it.
I get it. It's a lot.
It can give you a headache.
It can be a lot, yeah. But yeah, you definitely, when you guys come, yes, we'll do it. Then you're gonna love it,
Yes.
Lauren. You're gonna love it. And I think, I may be wrong, but I feel like there's a wheelchair accessible honey pot.
I think there is, yeah.
I feel like there's
multiple,
one
actually.
that, like, I think it's cool. It's cool.
And,
it's
okay,
great.
I mean, I don't want to spoil the ride for you guys, but you get to adventure in a teapot.
Honey pot.
Honey pot.
Not a
Why
teapot.
do I keep saying
I don't
tea?
know.
I'm just in tea
Wrong
state
movie.
of mind. I need to get some tea. Anyway, I literally was thinking about that earlier.
You can go have some, like, tea
you
with
get
honey.
in a honey pot, and that's your, like, your mode of transportation through the story. So,
and it's literally like going into the storybook. It's so magical, and one of my faves from childhood, and basically ever. I love
basically ever.
I love the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I think it's so much fun and, like, whimsical. And I mean, obviously, if you're a thrill seeker, like, it's probably not your favorite, but
yay, Taryn!
Hey, Taryn!
Now I really want tea.
Oh,
really bad.
You can go make some after we're done. Okay, yeah, she would know, but I think I'm, like, pretty sure I've seen it before.
Yeah. I think there might even be multiple because there are, like, everybody gets in their own. Well, each, like, group gets in their own, but there's a lot that cycle through pretty quickly. So it's nice because it's not like a roller coaster where you have to load the entire like coaster at once.
It's like one.
It's like individual
like
little.
Rows. Yeah, it's so fun and so cute and, like.
I love Primeval Whirl.
Sure.
And it does. It could also be called Primeval Whip because
you do a little.
But I mean, you whip and you whirl a lot.
You whip and you whirl.
You do, but it's so fun because you never know. Goodness. You never know which one's gonna happen at which time.
I do think, to me, and I've ridden both. I think it's less intense than Dinosaur, but it's also outside. So, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on, like,
and less scary.
If you get, like, motion sick, neither are good for you. But it depends on, like, what kind too, because this one is more so like turning versus jolting. Whereas, like it's not like yeah, like that's what I feel like Dinosaur is.
Yeah,
but
Primeval Hurl. No,
I love it. I love it so much. It's a lot of fun. I like it.
But you definitely need to try it at least.
Don't recommend eating right before it, and I don't recommend doing it on, like, a completely empty stomach. You need to be somewhere in between because if you're like starving, it might make you nauseous. But if you're really full, no go.
Oh my goodness!
Tips on when in the day to ride
on Primeval Whirl. Have you only been on It's a Small World?
It's a Small World. It's great. Fun.
It's classic.
I think Winnie the Pooh is pretty similar to Small World. It's not a boat ride, but it's pretty chill like that, except it has a little bit more movement in some of the scenes where you get to, like, rock and tilt, but it's all slow moving.
I think my favorite.
So it's, like, peaceful and
I'm not gonna
slow.
spoil it, but, like, the rainy day scene, because it kind of gets
my favorite. I love it. And it's like it's so calming. I'm like
calm. I mean, obviously all the characters are freaking out, but it's like really calm if you're in the honey pot.
You're safe in your honey pot.
You're safe in your honey pot. It's like, whoa. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's so funny. We have, like,
it's actually not that bad. There's a big old harness. Like, you're pretty secure in the
I feel like you're actually more secure.
I feel like you're more secure on Primeval World than Dinosaur.
Because, like, Dinosaur, you're in a row. Right, and there's, like, a big lap bar that comes down. With Primeval Whirl, you're in a circle shape,
and there's, like, big, like,
it's in, like, twos and twos, I think. So when you come down, it's actually, like, almost like a personal lap bar, so it can meet everybody where they are.
Yes.
Which is one thing that I hate about, like, roller coasters and stuff, is that if you're in, like, if you're sitting next to somebody who's, like, a lot taller than you, and you pull it down.
On Big Thunder, this one with our cousin.
I was scarred, okay? And I wasn't young. I was only a few years ago. But we're like, if you pull the lap bar down, you have somebody that's taller than you, then the lap bar stops at the level of the person that's taller than you.
So you're like,
there was like loose. This much between me and the lap bar, and I literally went airborne like 3 times in that ride. It was so scary. And I was like, I'm gonna die.
I've learned.
I was like gripping on,
because I'm a short person, so pretty much no matter who I'm sitting with, they're gonna be taller than me.
Yeah.
So you have to, like, plant your feet. and then you just basically stand up when you go down the hill. It's a technique. You gotta learn.
We should do a video
short person coaster
of riding, of sitting in rides. Because
oh my gosh,
we should so much.
It'd be so fun.
And certain rides, you need to be aware of the lap bar tightness, like Seven Dwarfs. You always want to leave like just a little bit of room, because if you pull it down all the way, it doesn't go back. It doesn't budge, and then you like can't breathe for the entire ride. But then on things like,
we seriously should do this video. Be like, here's what you need to know.
Yeah, and then but then rides like Barnstormer, you can't pull them down like tight enough, because you pull them down and then they're kind of loose.
Yeah,
so the bars like
do that
move,
little movement.
Like, it's not. It won't like lock down. Where it's supposed to.
Oh yeah, Kingdom Keepers and Small World.
Yeah.
Yikes. Hope hasn't even read. Did you read Kingdom Keepers?
I started to.
Yeah.
But I did not make it through, because I loved the idea of like being in a park by yourself. I think that's awesome. I would totally want to do that. But when things start coming to life, no. As soon as you get to the animatronics part, that's where I lost it. I was like, I do not play around with animatronics coming to life. I think they're scary enough just the way they are.
She read one book where there was like a bad guy hiding in the Hall of Presidents.
Hall of Presidents, they tied him to a chair next to all of the presidents, and then one of the animatronics, actually all of them, started coming to life. No.
And now she's scarred.
Okay, rides that have human-like animatronics, I hate.
like country bears are fine.
Or like things
Pirates,
that are like
the
trying
pirates
to mimic
animals kind
animals.
of freak me out too.
Pirates, no. Hall of Presidents, no. Carousel of Progress, kind of, no.
But they're like far enough away, and they're like up on the stage.
Yeah, but even then, don't.
And they're like normal people. They're not like characters.
No, but it's the ones that are like people that are like. No, I don't do that. I don't play with that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we would definitely have some excitement if we rode with Brad. But, it depends on what lap bar. Because some of the rides have, like, a split lap bar.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, like,
those
Seven
are
Dwarfs,
the best.
I think Everest, too, has,
Everest
a split,
has,
where it splits between the two seats, so you can
I think they probably made improvements as they were going, because of, like, Big Thunder, where it's a big open bench, and there's one bar, and you can I have just learned over the years, just be the tallest one. Just be the
she
tallest
sits with
one.
me, because I'm not much shorter, so we're pretty even.
We're pretty even, but I'm a little taller, so I'm good. Yes, the rain came down.
Lap bar video hints coming. Lap bar hints.
We got you guys.
We got you.
We got you.
We'll have to make that work. Remember what the harnesses are, because some of them have like the full.
Yeah, some of them have like
above your
head. Come down.
And then there's like Flight of Passage, which is like up against your back.
Another tip is for Flight of Passage. Now, granted, that one is like 3 pieces, and it comes slow, wham!
It does.
So, and that one does need to be tight enough that you like don't fall out. But if you like lean forward, but don't lean all the way in, or lean all the way in and like hunch your back out a little bit, and then when it comes, it like
you still have breathing,
and then it locks there, and then you can like sit up straight, and then there's like maybe this much room, just enough you're safe, but it's not like crushing you into the front panel.
There you go.
You're welcome, everyone.
You're welcome.
Yes, me and Mel. Which, okay, this is also funny to me, is that I am totally a thrills person. I love roller coasters. I'm the one who will ride like pretty much any ride at least once, and then I make my decision on whether or not I liked it. But I'm one that cannot.
She cannot.
I need a good lap bar, and I need to know like what the feel of it is. If it's one of those that's like extremely tight, if it's too loose, if it fits you, it needs to fit right.
It's true. One of my favorite things, I'm sorry, this is a total side thing, but Soren has the seatbelt.
Oh, and I love Soren.
It cracks me up every time when we ride that ride, and he goes, "Thank you for flying with us." And then you hear click, 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 click. Everyone loosens there. Yes, I don't know why it cracks me up.
We
but it's
always
part
are
of the ride
waiting for the click, 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 click.
Like it cracks me up.
And I think it's satisfying because it makes the click, so you
Yeah,
know you're
out.
safe or not. Like you can tell if your seatbelt's not all the way in because it goes click, and then to release it, it's click. So
the Soarin' seatbelt, I much prefer the Star Tour seatbelt.
I love
the Star Tour seatbelt still makes me feel a little unsafe, but that's why I'm like always bracing on the handles.
Yes,
like she'll tell, almost like the whole time.
Which is kind of frustrating because, well, I guess Soarin' too, but I don't usually grab the
Star Tour's handles are better because they're like double wide.
No, but what I'm saying is there's not really enough room. If you've got somebody who's like fully gripping,
true.
There's not enough room for the next person. But thankfully,
although that might change.
I don't feel like I can brace on my feet, so I don't really need to use my hands. Plus,
my feet don't touch the floor on Star Tours.
So I
have to brace like on the
No wonder you're always grabbing me.
Like I can touch them with my toes, but like that's not enough bracing, For going like that, it's not enough.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize your position. It's okay though, because I normally don't go to grab the handles, but
yeah.
Yes, terrified of any kind of animatronic.
I will say, I think newer animatronics are less
scary
getting because they're getting more fluid and less like jerky as they move, so they look less unnatural. I think maybe that's kind of the.
But even the ones, I just feel like the ones that
until their
look
faces
like
get messed up, and then
are scarier than the ones who are just like.
One of my favorite, I have to say,
Splash Mountain is not really that scary because they just look like animated.
My favorite animatronic right now at the parks is Olaf in Frozen
Ever After, where
it's
smooth.
That first scene in the forest when he goes,
he glides and he kind of goes between two scenes, right?
Yeah, he like follows you down and then like slides back. It's like,
and again, he doesn't look a thing like a human.
Beautiful.
So I'm good.
So beautiful. I mean, also Sven, but like Olaf. Thank you, Travis.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Patty, I'm full 3 inches shorter than you. I'm only 5 foot, so I'm a short one.
You'll not ride roller coasters. That's
fair. I don't
ride a few if she's feeling up to it.
I'll ride the mountains, but I'm not a huge fan of Splash just because I don't like getting wet. But
you rarely ever ride Splash.
Like I've ridden it maybe 3
rarely
times,
ever,
and they've all been when I was an adult. So
yeah.
I had a traumatic experience with a log flume when I was young. It's not a big deal. Anyway, so
water rides are not
rides not my jam. I don't do Kilimanjaro.
Get her on
Cali. I don't do Cali.
Not at all.
I don't. I did it once and I'm done. I don't do it.
There was one day where we literally rode it 3 times in a row, like the group that we were with. I think you rode it the first time.
I did. I got really wet.
And the rest of us, like, we were all wet enough that we're like, we could go again, and it like we're already wet, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no,
I was like, nope, no thanks.
Not a fan. But I'll ride the like Big Thunder in Space, and I ride like Slinky Dog and that kind of thing. But I don't do Rock and Roller Coaster, and I don't do Tower of Terror, even though that's not a roller coaster. It's just a ride I don't particularly go for. Although one of these days, I wonder if I could sit in the queue because the queue looks really cool. Like I would just love the ambiance in there, and then just like not get on the ride.
It's nice to know that you have like a friend through the queue, and then
I'll just dump you at the end.
Like bye.
Yeah, I don't like Everest either. I will say, he doesn't do
Oh,
space.
Here's
what you'll do Everest without space.
I will admit that sometimes after space, depending on which side that you.
Although he's a lot taller than me too, so I'll give him that because I'm short, so it doesn't bother me like.
Well, but I think sometimes you do feel like you need a chiropractor after you get off of space. But depending on whether you go right or left, if you go right,
Disney Point, right or left.
If you go right, then it's actually way more jerky and like slams you around more than if you go
Mission
left.
Space. Oh, that's way. I was like Space Mountain. Okay. Mission Space. Yes, I agree. I mean, we've never done Orange. Have you done Orange?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't done Orange.
I've done Orange like 2 or 3 times, but
I do green.
Usually, whenever we go for
green,
she goes green, and I don't want to go by myself on Orange. But and I will say, Orange can sometimes get intense. It can. You've never been.
I just know. I've heard.
But
things.
It does.
I know
it's weird when it like messes with your breathing because it's like you feel the pressure, like the forces.
That's part of why I don't like Everest. To me, like the Jeep, like it gets heavy. It gives me a headache.
So here's the tip for Everest: if you don't want your head to be thrown around like a ping pong ball, press the back of your head against the
We both did the same motion. We're like, press it here.
Press it back and then brace with your toes, and it actually isn't as bad.
I've ridden it, I think, twice now, and I'm probably not going to ride it again. Yes, green is a lot better.
Yes, green is much better. Green is fun because you get the experience of what the ride is, but without all the extra like forces and pressure.
It's not chiropractor approved. Taryn would know.
Oh, yeah. So if we just go with Taryn and ride it, and then be like, hey, can you guys, fix it? Well, that's the thing is I feel like with right side especially, when you come off of Space Mountain, your elbows hurt so bad because you're like bracing yourself, or at least we do. And then you feel like your neck and head are like way out of whack.
Yeah. Yes, but I mean, Space is, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it is.
And Dinosaur, I will say, Dinosaur got a lot better because I remember the first time we rode it, like they didn't have any cushion on the seats.
We didn't ride it for years.
It was weird.
That.
And so it was really hard. But now they've made it like they're really cushioned. They cushioned the seats.
I actually feel like they made the track a little.
I think it's a little tamer, and the lap bar is a little more secure. Like it's just. Or like, we rode it again. I can't remember, but it's like it's a little more chill.
Months ago, and we're like, okay, this is actually a lot better than what we remembered. So I think they've definitely dulled it down a little bit.
Yeah. You gotta make your chiropractor happy. But I will say, while you're at Disney, can get a little
get a little bumpy.
Bumpy. That's a good word.
Even the tram gets bumpy. So it's kind of hard to be completely smooth.
Yeah. Some of the rides are definitely more intense than others, but we're doing well. Thank you for asking. Yes. We did not make these. We are not ear makers. We are not talented at all. Nicole made mine. Look how cute they are. They're
Shout out to you, Nicole.
Thank you. I love them. They're Beauty and the Beast on the other side. But I thought,
we're talking Pooh today.
I hope bought hers on Etsy.
Yes, he did.
What? Oh no, Damon. You gotta keep your head back. You have to keep it.
Wait,
like,
what?
Did it like go forward, or like how did that happen?
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. So did he get it stuck on the ones in front or on the ones behind? I feel like that would be hard.
However he did it, we're kind of impressed.
No, but like seriously, you gotta pin your head back, or it's gonna be like ping pong ball.
I will say one of the first rides that I ever had to do that on was actually at Legoland. Was the flight school
the flight one
Legoland.
Where you pull it down over your chest.
But if you don't like stick your head back, it goes like the headrest. It's horrible.
It sounds so funny, like when you're not on it, but like that's
genuinely what happens, and it was wild.
That's how you lose like hats and glasses and everything, is when you don't pin your head back.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Our favorite ride at the end of the night is sitting at massage chairs at the resort. Oh, that sounds nice.
Yes.
We don't stay at resorts nearly enough.
I know.
Although we're talking about maybe we need to after all of this is done, because we miss it. Behind him.
Wait, it was behind him? Really?
What did he like get it stuck between? I'm trying to picture. Sorry. How did he do that?
Oh, like it maybe like bounced it back. That sounds so painful. Ow. Now I'm gonna always pin my head because I don't want to get
Everyone pin your head because you don't want to end up like David.
That's so bad. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Rock and Roller Coaster. I've never ridden it, and I don't have any intention to.
I like it. Honestly, it's definitely the most intense of all the roller coasters at Disney, because it actually has like loops and it goes really fast at the beginning. But honestly, I feel like the beginning is the most intense part, I guess. But then after you get through the launch, it's pretty. I don't want to say it's chill. It's not chill.
I will say, Slinky Dog Dash is more intense than it looks.
True.
Like, it's pretty chill, but like more than it looks. He did it by Disney magic. Somehow, he's very talented.
Oh my goodness.
Did you get at least a picture of that? Like, did you get the picture?
Please tell me you were vlogging. Oh, we have actually had moments on roller coasters where the picture moment hits at the perfect time to get whatever's going wrong.
The classic is when we were on Seven Dwarves and we both of our hats flew off our heads and Hope's
I completely lost mine.
And they were right at the point when the picture was being taken.
You can literally see Hope's hat like, in like
2 feet behind
heading
her.
to a bush.
And I'm like,
so in the picture, my face is like, and then I'm like reaching towards my head, and then my hat, you can actually see my hat like
it's pretty iconic.
Next to, I think it's on our Instagram somewhere, that picture, but it's pretty iconic. And I did get my hat back because Lost and Found is great.
Hello, everybody. I see there's some more people joining us. Hi, Rachel. Hello, Magical Fritz. That's totally fine if you didn't read the book. We're kind of just talking about the parks now because we got
feel like off topic, and now we're talking about roller coasters. But
that was 2012. Yeah, I imagine you learned his lesson. Wow.
Yes,
Nicole. It was honestly really we got off
pretty iconic
after. We had like
of course I was devastated because it was my favorite hat.
It was like her favorite flower and garden hat. But after we had the moment of like, what do we do? We could laugh about the pictures.
Yes. After I got my hat back, then the picture was funny.
Oh wow, that's really impressive. That's some reflexes. Wow.
Oh my gosh, I think we've all learned from one experience or another to like.
Put your phone.
Like you need to keep everything like sealed up, which is funny because it sounds like a no-brainer, but like anything like hats or ears or anything that could like fall, we've all had a moment to lose it.
And you put it in, or you put it in,
or put your hat on tighter,
pocket,
or put your hair through the back piece. Oh my goodness.
Favorite flower and garden treat. Ooh. Flower and garden's not necessarily my favorite for the food. I mean, it's fine. Hope loves the, what is it, cauliflower risotto or something?
Oh yeah, the
and there's a cheesecake too, right? Is that flower and garden?
It's
or
like
the honey bistro. Right?
Gonna let me.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's some sort of risotto and like a cauliflower mash at the Honey Bistro, and their cheesecake. The honey cheesecake is the best. So it's ice cream, cheesecake, and like a honey passion fruit, I think is the flavor on it, and it's really good.
And they had now a like beef stroganoff with like egg noodles.
Ooh, yeah.
They're all Future World. I prefer the Future World flower and garden food.
Yeah.
Why is that? I don't know.
Yep. Once we've all had that experience.
You have that experience and you never do it again. Yep. Yeah, I'm sad the parks are closed. It feels weird not going. It feels weird not having them. Like, not being able to feels strange. Of course, we love reading the comments. You guys are so much fun to chat with.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
We're really hoping that the second half of this year will happen. Mm-hmm. At least some of it, because obviously they're not going to be able to reopen everything the way it would be, but hopefully that something they can have enough time to like figure out a way to make it happen.
It's always the fries.
Always
Patty
the fries. You are
I will
correct.
say, okay, you guys may have seen in the one vlog I did of Festival of the Holidays last year.
Yeah.
They had this turkey poutine with French fries and like turkey and turkey gravy and cranberry sauce and stuffing.
So good.
It was so good.
The poutine.
I'm still obsessed with it. I still wish I had it.
The sweet potato fry.
I hope they bring it back. Falafel fries.
Ooh. I will that's probably one of the top 5 things that I've been missing the most about this quarantine is not being able to get Disney French fries.
It's true.
Because nowhere else is like.
Now I'm hungry
it's
too.
Just not the same.
I get you. I'm hungry too. I miss Disney food.
Cheesecake. Oh, the cheesecake is so good.
It's good. It's like a passion fruit cheesecake, I think.
Yeah, it's passion fruit cheesecake on Flower Garden.
It
has like a honey crisp thing, and it comes with ice cream. It's just really good. Mm-hmm. All right. Guess we can go ahead and start wrapping this up because I have a date with a cup of tea, and these ears are starting to give me a headache.
So let me double check really fast. Our book that we are reading for May will be our three options were Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, and Rapunzel and the Lost Lagoon by Leela something. I can't see the last name and I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry. I'm bad at this. But it was based on between the movie Tangled and Tangled the series, which if you guys have not watched Tangled the series, by the way, it's on Disney Plus. You really, really should. It's excellent if you're a fan of the movie, Leela Howland. And it looks like the winner is Alice in Wonderland.
Yay!
So
that'll be another fun classic.
This month coming up from May. I'm really excited about that. It's going to be the first time I've ever read it, so that'll be fun. I'm actually really excited to.
I think it'll be fun.
While Alice isn't usually my favorite story, I'm excited to read the original. I feel like I will enjoy the original more.
The book. I think we might love the book and the characters in the book more than the movie.
We'll see. We'll let y'all know.
We actually have made a few Disney foods at home.
Hope has been obsessed.
We have a Mickey waffle maker that makes mini, not Minnie Mouse, but
miniature,
small, Disney Mickey waffles, and they are so good. And I've had it so many times I've gotten it down to a science of how long to put it in, what recipe to use, so that they have crisp on the outside, gooey on the inside. They taste just like the parks, in my opinion. And I know Mickey waffles, okay? And they're so good. So we've been having those a lot.
Yes.
We've also found pretzel rolls.
Oh, yeah.
So we've found the long pretzel rolls like they have at Le Cellier, and those have been super good. And it takes me back. Yes. We had it one time with a steak dinner, and it was just like Le Cellier.
So good.
Not really.
Well, not really.
In my mind,
we tried. We got almost there. Favorite other Disney YouTubers? We have so many friends.
We cannot pick a favorite.
Can't pick a favorite. There's a bunch of them in the chat right now that I can recommend to you.
Disney YouTuber friends, and we adore them all.
If you want a little plug, the Disney Corn Tournament, Disney YouTuber Corn Tournament of Champions. Recommend all of them. They're all fantastic. Go and see our competitors.
We have 4 brackets that have already gone of Disney YouTubers, and then we still have quite a few more to go.
Yes,
so those are all of our
friends and our
Disney YouTube friends are competing in that.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to read the Tangled book series, so that will be in the vote for next month, and we'll see if we read it then. Because I love the show and I love the movie and I just love the characters so much. Oh, that's so cool, Scarlett! You get to play Alice in the Play version. That is amazing.
That's awesome.
Wish I was talented enough to act on stage. I say as if I didn't do a bunch of stuff for VBS last year. Okay. Yes. Get books off our TBRs. Let's do this.
Do it.
Yes.
Oh, the Sleepy Hollow waffles. We are funnel cake people. We love the funnel cake from Sleepy Hollow. And we've tried to make funnel cakes at home, and to be honest, it's just not the same. It's not the same.
There's some sort of magic. They know something in that the way they twist it.
The way they pour that batter.
Magic.
So we'll have to just wait till that reopens to get those.
Oh, see, that's gonna be kind of cool, Nicole, though, because you get to read someone else's take on it, but then read the original and see what.
Yeah, compare them
and see what's different. The live for May, Patty, will probably be. Let me check my calendar. It might be the 31st if you guys are liking this Sunday time. I don't know. It might be the 30th. We'll see when we get a little closer. Right now, Saturdays are. No, it'll probably be the 31st. Now I'm thinking about it because Saturdays are Corn Tournament.
Yeah.
So
we're playing board games on Saturdays.
Yes.
Am I the chef of the family? Would you say so?
Her and our mom are definitely the chef. I
enjoy being in the kitchen. Yeah, way more than her for sure. But I enjoy getting a good recipe and nailing it.
She made potato chip crusted chicken.
Oh yeah, just like a potato chip crumb for the chicken
the other night. Yes, this Wednesday is going to be a fun group.
Oh yep. We have really fun groups for both Wednesday and Saturday this week. We have some fun contestants coming.
And if you missed any, the playlist is live on our channel. You can go back and watch the lives so far. It's true. Disney food
Speak for yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Disney food just tastes better.
In some ways. It's just magical. It's just magical.
It's more expensive, but it just tastes better.
You're paying for the magic, but it's magical.
Oh, happy early birthday, Patty. That's so exciting.
And I do always keep in mind that the food made at Disney is made by professionals and chefs.
True.
So I try not to look forward to. Like, I'm just going to look forward to the next time we can get Disney French fries or, get to experience the magic through food. It's something to look at the light at the end of the tunnel.
Because there'll probably be food and wine by the time we
probably. Or some, I
hope
honestly think it's probably going to be fall before.
But that's
all of that stuff gets open, but
it's true.
Yes, it's true.
It's calorie free. I don't know if this is true or not,
of them, but
a lot of them.
Sometimes you have to walk a lot to get to such and such food.
Yes, so
yeah. All right, everybody. Be sure to tune in for next month's book live. That's going to be Alice in Wonderland.
Bracket 5. Round 1, bracket 5.
Yeah,
I'm just doing a thing. I'm just doing a thing.
Sorry. So that is going to be on Wednesday. So we'll be excited for you guys to join us there. And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.